Hi guys, I'm A569 here and I wanted to show you a way I found to help deter X-rayers from finding your base in any Minecraft SMP server. This method is designed to work with almost every Minecraft SMP server, especially for the raid.mcpvp, which is, well, what I basically made this for, and for use to deter anyone using any Xray mod or texture packs. I found that they all have very similar things in which chests and ores are solid, whereas all the other blocks are not. And this one that I found is more of a hardcore base finding one. So if you just scroll to the bottom of my numerous texture packs I like fiddling with, this one, this SC164V26, enjoy, don't use it to grief, because that's totally what you don't use texture packs for. Anyways, as you can see, there aren't whoops, just threw my sword. There aren't a bunch of ores popping up. They do if they're exposed, like so, but other than that, if something is touching other blocks, it will not show. If it's touching air, it will show, well, whatever it's supposed to show. There are a few exceptions, obviously chests and liquids, and I'm using both of them to deter these X-rayers from finding the base. Now, in here I've got 3 bases in this screenshot. You can no doubt tell there's one right there, and you probably could figure out through process elimination there's one inside of there, and you may or may not get it, but there's one at the bottom of that lava pit way at the bottom there. And so I'm just going to show you the one at the bottom of the pit first. So if I just scroll up to my warp area, it's right here, as you can see. Well, let me get some light. For some reason this one doesn't illuminate things nicely, so alright, there's some light. So I've got some chests here, and all I did is I built it underneath a lava pool, and the reason you do that is because then only you will have to find, you can't just run along the surface and find, you have to dig down to bedrock and then search around, and you can build this under lava pools or water pools. I use lava because I think lava's cool. And so that one's pretty simple to set up. This next one is significantly harder, this one, but it's also much easier detected. And what this is I have moving lava surrounding this. And as you know, you can't see anything out of this. There's no place to put down torches because there's no quote-unquote Minecraft solid blocks anywhere in this area. So this texture pack won't register. This texture pack won't register being able to see through this lava. If you make a solid block like there, you can see through it because the lava is touching this block. But when there's no block, or it's just solid air or a half slab, then you can't see through it. The lava will completely obscure it. And so this space is hidden from view. If you use lava, you have to be very careful not to kill yourself while building this. I will show you quickly how to build this, but you can also use it with water. If you use it with water, you run the risk of people being able to see through the water. There are some texture packs that allow that, so keep that in mind. There aren't any problems with fires because there's no solid blocks like that one. That's a solid block, whereas these are all half slabs, so nothing can catch on fire. Chests won't catch on fire either. I'll even demonstrate that. It's under tools, right? Yep. Flint and steel. So you hold shift and just nothing's going to catch on fire in here. So you don't have to worry about that. And now I'm just going to show you how it looks a bit from the outside. So right here. Now if you're just cruising around the top or even underground anywhere and you have X-ray on, you're going to see that base and you're going to go to it and you're going to raid it and then you're going to move on, or you're just going to go hunt for more materials or anything. What you aren't going to do, well, I'm pretty sure you aren't going to do unless you're, completely psychotic, which I guess you are using hacks, so who am I to judge? Anyways, you're not going to dig through any of this lava here. So I would definitely put all of your most valuable stuff in here, because there are much easier targets for an X-ray to get. This I put as a sort of decoy base, and Now this decoy base is more effective the better the stuff you have in it. Unfortunately, the better the stuff you have in it, the, you know, you have less stuff for, well, your actual base. And so you can put basically whatever you want in here. You can put diamond stuff if you want. I've got an anvil and enchantment table, so it looks to someone who, you know, doesn't know this trick, it looks like, oh, this is some dude's base. He just built it here. You know, if he's X-raying, he'll just come X-ray this place, see this, grab it, and get out. He's not going to check inside this lava pit or anywhere for another one, or this water pool flow. And so, now to demonstrate how to build one of these bases. Obviously, it's pretty easy to build the first type, which is just under a lava pool. You just have to make sure, you know, to actually get under it, and then cover your tracks to not, you know, leave any torches or things behind that might, you know, tell someone that you're under there. Oh, nope. Okay, I guess that's not gonna work. So, I'm going to use water for this because water flows a bit nicer, and also you probably will end up using water for this simple reason of you'll die less. If you want to use lava, it'll be much better. Raid has the 3-month reset, so it may or may not be worth it depending on how hardcore of a player you are. Obviously, for me, someone who's a bit more casual, I wouldn't be using lava because the amount of time it would take to do it without burning myself would be quite a bit, and I wouldn't get much from it because, you know, like I said, I'm casual. So right now I'm just setting up a water pit here. This is basically just going to represent a water or lava pit that you find underground. And so you want to basically just go, whoops, I forgot to actually fill water. So alright, so here's your water pit. I don't need you guys. So what you want to do is you want to dig up to about this point. Hold on, let me get some glass. Glass will be helpful. So it's right underneath the water, as you can see. Now, as with the other texture pack, it made, if it wasn't flowing, it would just show up as a little sliver, and it would work if you were looking straight down on it. But if you're at an angle, you would be able to see all your stuff in here. So I'm just going to set up a quick chest. Whoops, a chest. Alright, this chest is basically going to be our vault, or storage, or whatever you want. And so what you need to do is you need to first, oops, not the half slabs yet. Make a wall. Like if you're using lava, you'll have to make a wall. I would also recommend fire resistance potions. Now you can make this as big as you want, but the bigger you make it, the more prone you are going to be to someone looking at it, thinking it's out of place and trying to dig to it, especially if it's made of water. Okay, now you want to have half slabs here, and you will probably, depending on how laggy you are or how accurate the warps are, you'll probably want it about 2 wide or deep or whatever, just to make sure that it doesn't, like, you don't accidentally suffocate yourself into the thing. And actually, if you're making it with lava and this is going to be survival mode, you're going to want it a bit bigger, just so that way you can, oops, set your warp to this spot right here, and then you won't have to worry about accidentally frying yourself on the lava. So then you'll want to layer the outside in half slabs. Yeah. Now you'll want to put another set of half slabs right above it. I'm going to use sandstone half slabs actually, because those are my second favorite half slabs. And so, whoops, wrong hotkey. So then just more slabbies. And now this, it would be very, remember you have to have slabs. You can't have any solid blocks or else the Xray pack will say, hey, that's a block, and it won't display as a flowing liquid. It will only display as a still liquid, or well, a liquid next to a block, and you can easily see by looking out. The hardest part, even if you're doing this with water, is going to be knowing that it's good enough without using the Xray texture pack yourself, because it, I mean, like, you could, but then you're just being an X-rayer, and no one likes them, so it does get a bit harder. But then what you'll want to do is make this the appropriate size instead of you will also need plenty of buckets. For example, if your water pit only extended there, you will need to have some buckets, so that way you can extend it to make it look sort of natural, and that way people are less likely to just look at it and think, looks like someone's hiding something in there, or if they know this trick, that they can identify, hey, that's a hidden thing. And then you'll basically just want to come over on the outside and basically just punch holes in everything. And this way, the water will, after I've finished with it, it'll flow, and then it will be, sorry, this flowing water is causing significant lag. I don't know why. It wasn't before. I will just punch out the edges and meet you again. Alright, so once this is done, alright, that's close enough. Once this is done, you'll want to basically come down below your base, fight against the current, and build this little underground thingamadude. Come on, fly, work. You will need to build a water pit underneath here, keeping in mind that you can't have solid blocks next to all of the flowing water, so you basically just need to punch out everything and replace water and or lava blocks where needed. Like as I said, if you're using lava, you will definitely want fire resistance potion. So I'm just going to punch all this and then be right back. Alright, now that we've successfully flooded underground, we need to open this up. Whoops, not that. Well, that you can't. That block is fine, but we basically need to open this up to allow the water to flow around it, and my mouse is spazzing out. I'm sorry about that. I usually don't have this much problems, but this is single player, and my connections to the internet are usually a bit worse. That's why any of my regular viewers will know I haven't posted a whole bunch lately. This is why. So, and now you're done. This has flowing water all around it. It does not have any it doesn't have any solid blocks in it for the lava to catch. Hold on, let me maneuver in here. And depending on what you're using and how lucky you are, you could kind of remove these now, but then you run the risk of accidentally walking into the lava or the lava updating and flowing in here. But as this stands, this will not catch on fire if you're using lava. This will not be able to be found because it's all moving lava and none of it, it's all moving water or lava and none of it is by a solid block. So this chest will be completely safe for anyone who wants it. And now to make this better, you obviously you would have to build this underground and you won't have the luxury of fly and creative mode, but this is just for demonstration. Of course, to make it even better, you would have another base nearby with basically just junk or stuff like iron, maybe a couple of enchanted goodies to make people think that, oh, this is like his secondary base or something when, and then they'll come by, see this, grab it, move on. And as I said, the better the stuff you have here, the better chance there is that people don't even look there. So, oops. So with that, this has been MA569 signing off. I'd like to add, I've looked on the website a bit later, and there's a 16 and a 64-bit version. This is the 64-bit version, but it looks basically the same because I don't have anything set to run in high quality. But you can kind of see with the water, you can kind of see through it, but you can't really see much even if I set the time to noon. Oh yeah, what is it, 1200? Even if you set the time to noon, you can kind of see there's something in there, but if you're from far away, I mean, this would be, you know, if you're pretty close, you won't be able to see anything. My render distance is a bit low, but I mean, you can tell there's something there because you know it's there, but if you don't know it's there, they're not likely to see it. The lava, however, still maintains the same solid for when it's flowing. So if you do want to be 100% certain that no one finds it, you will need to use the lava, which just use a fire resistance potion and you'll be golden. But as I said, this is a very hardcore find other people's bases than the standard Xray find ores. So with that, final thing, MA569 signing off. See you next time.